You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Neal. I'm barely here with Matt and Jeff.
And if we sound a little differently today, it's because we had to abandon our whole recording setup.
Yes,
this episode is it's bringing me and Neal together a little closer than ever before because we're literally sharing a headphone right now.
A pair of headphones.
Yes.
Like they're a teen couple in the early 2000s.
Yeah, we have a pair of Apple earbuds that we're sharing. Our Rodecaster snapped from the inside, so we could not use it. We've used it for whatever it is, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
We'll have to check the numbers on that, but we're using a smaller portable recorder that thankfully we had, thanks to Curated by Chance, funnily enough, the other podcasts. And we're kind of
That's
cobbling.
your payment. We're going to give you a shout out.
That's right. We're kind of cobbling it together here today. So this episode, maybe the next episode, if anything seems a little weird, maybe it'll sound better.
It might sound a little different. We don't know.
Yeah, this machine is very nice, so it might sound really good. And let us know, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, I'm holding my head like I have a headache, but it's just because I'm shoving the headphone into my ear.
Yeah, that's right. And what color are you here, Matt? You're the silver one, so maybe I'll turn you up a little bit here. Okay. So, but we have a really exciting game for you today.
Matt's always saying he's got to get those gains, but that's not exactly what he meant.
He didn't want those kind of gains.
I'll take them.
That's an audio joke.
I get it. It's about macros.
But we have some very special guests here today. Our first guest, first-time caller, long-time listener, excited to have him here hosting with us today, Oakland 5 supporter on Patreon, Chris Lancy. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing well, thanks. Happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're up to. You said you're in the Pittsburgh area. What's going on in your world?
That's correct. I live just outside of Pittsburgh with my wife, Barb. We have 2 daughters that are grown, and we're pretty much empty nesters. We have 1 daughter in college. I've been teaching high school English for pushing 30 years now. I coach soccer as well, and we host trivia. We've been doing that for almost 2 years now in the West Hills of Pittsburgh, 3 different locations. Our trivia business is called Brain Detail Trivia. If anybody in the Pittsburgh area wants to come join us, any of our locations, just look us up on Facebook and Instagram. Once again, Brain Detail Trivia.
Amazing. So brain detail trivia for us today. There was a lot of detail and brain work getting this all jerry-rigged to work. So yeah, we're excited. Everyone, please check it out. And thanks for being here today, Chris. You're going to be hosting a pub Triviality style game, but we need a team member, a partner, and we're so excited to have our friend Kristen Berset-Harris back. How are you, Kristen?
Hi, guys. Good. How are you?
Good. Also, Oakland 5 member on Patreon, which we really appreciate. But you've had a very exciting, year since the last time we've talked to you, but we'll let you kind of reintroduce yourself to our listeners and then tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
Yes, I'm Kristen Berset-Harris. I just moved from Maryland back to my hometown of St. Pete. I think it's kind of kismet that Chris and I are on this podcast together because we too just became empty nesters. And our youngest goes to the University of Pittsburgh. So she's right up there with you. So we have all these connections. So it's perfect. Over the last year, I've been holding out a big secret. I am a contestant on this season 5 of The Floor. And of course, your listeners are very familiar with it. Neal Fisher was the inspiration behind me wanting to compete on this show, and you were a big encourager and supporter, and it's finally here.
We're so excited. Yeah, I remember talking to you about it, and I knew you'd be amazing at it, and I can't wait to see the whole arc. But what are you able to say? What are you not able to say? Or you can just leave it vague too. That's okay.
I'll leave it somewhat vague, but you may have just seen I had quite a big week, quite a big episode. It took about, several weeks for me to actually get randomized, but I took full advantage as best as I could. But as you know, it's long days. You're on set for a long, long time on your feet. But it was some of the most fun that I've had. We were there for 2 weeks because we were actually alternates for season 4. And so we just had pretty much like a summer adult camp in Dublin, Ireland. It was fantastic. But we did film a year ago, so we've all just been kind of sitting on this waiting for it to come out. But we had a blast. And as you know, the crew, the staff, Rob Lowe, they're all fantastic. So thank you for encouraging me to do this, Neal.
Of course.
Everyone's required to say that Rob Lowe is amazing. I do recall that. That was part of it.
I did get to. He
it's
does,
in the NDA.
He doesn't talk a lot to the contestants because he kind of takes his little professional breaks. But I did get to talk golf with him a little bit, so that was the highlight.
Nice.
He does love golf, yeah. And I know, I felt like this was, Rocky 3 where I was Creed and we were running on the beach kind of training you a little bit. And
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah,
hopefully it'll be an all-star season because then maybe we can do it together.
That would be awesome. I think we need to pitch that. Everybody needs to pitch that.
Very exciting. If you haven't seen The Floor, it's a really fun show. Check it out. If you have seen The Floor, please cheer on Kristen. The week before this airs, she would have had her first episode, but keep watching and supporting her. And hopefully you're super fans. If you're not, check out the show. It's always fun. And I was joking with Kristen. I had the privilege, thankfully, of being a Hulu thumbnail. Maybe Kristen will be a Hulu thumbnail as well. And then we can share that.
I didn't know you got thumbnailed.
I got thumbnailed. Thumbnailed by Rob Lowe. There's your title for the episode. But yeah, Kristen, thank you so much for being here. We're going to play together, but I guess we need a team name because we're going to be playing together, and maybe that's the team name. Is it Thumbnailed by Rob Lowe? Is that the team name?
That's a team name.
That's
That
a team
is a
name.
team name, I'll tell
That
you
is
that.
something.
Okay, so we'll do that. For those at home, we're doing a pub triviality style, which means it's going to be 25 straight questions from Chris, who's a trivia expert. And we're going to just see how we do. If you want to try and beat us, please do. We're just going to go, 10 points a question, see if you can beat us. And Chris, whenever you're ready, I guess take it away.
All right, sounds good. So, Matt, you might like this game. I have a little bit more sports than normal and a little bit of Simpsons as well. So,
Oh, perfect.
yeah, there you go. So, all right, well, starting with question number 1, something light. We're going with literature. What American writer's lesser-known works include The Oval Portrait, The Premature Burial, Never Bet the Devil Your Head, and Hop Frog?
Oh, is that like The Undertaker, The Premature Burial, says it never happens?
It's possible. That was a David Blaine escaping.
I wish I got that joke.
Someone will get that joke. I've never heard of this author. Kristen?
No, I haven't heard of a single one of these titles. But there's a part of me that's like, is this maybe an author we would not think of? Like, that usually writes something lighter than these titles are, insinuating.
Oh, maybe. Chris, what were those titles again?
It was The Oval Portrait, The Premature Burial, Never Bet the Devil Your Head, and Hop Frog.
These sound kind of like either mysteries or
The fact that several of them start with the makes me think of Edgar Allan Poe.
I was going to say, he's in
he
Pittsburgh.
had
It's
The
kind of
Raven, he
Maryland-ish. Is that close to Pittsburgh?
5
I'm bad with
hours.
geography.
I mean, it's like East
not that
Coast.
close.
I mean, could these be... Because you specifically said lesser-known works, or...
That's correct. Lesser known.
Okay. So we know Edgar Allan Poe one's usually by Heart, like The Telltale Heart and
The
Raven.
Raven.
So maybe these are like short stories. I don't know. What do you think, Kristen?
I like that guess. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's go Edgar Allan Poe.
You guessed correctly. It is Edgar Allan Poe. These are, despite their titles, I tried to maybe mix it up. Premature Burial, I hoped led you towards Poe. But Hop Frog, I thought maybe would make him seem Mark Twainish, perhaps. But Hop Frog is just as disturbing as all of his other stories. So it's
Most disturbing.
It's a little frog that, It Follows. It just hops behind you.
No, it's a frog that lost its leg in a horrible incident. Can only hop in circles forever.
well, actually, it's the name of a dwarf jester who was tortured by a king in his court, and then eventually lights them all on fire.
Wow. Okay.
Well, they're both good. Actually.
Yeah. So I've
Did
not.
he also work at Kimberly Clark?
Yeah, I've not actually read that story. That's according to the Wikipedia summary of it. So. All right, very good. 10 points. Moving on to question number 2. A 1970s Super Bowl winning quarterback, a WWE Hall of Fame wrestler, and a Kurt Russell character all share what nickname?
All right, Kristen, how are your 1970s quarterbacks?
Not as great as maybe more recent. I'm trying to think. You said Super Bowl winning quarterback in the 70s.
Yeah.
Matt, you have an idea? You're better at that.
Well, we'll see who won them all. Terry Bradshaw won 4 of them.
As he was known, Terry the Snake Bradshaw.
Was he?
No, he wasn't. But I think that fits some of the other characters.
Yeah, so Kurt Russell,
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake, wrestler, and I'm thinking Kurt Russell, Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. I think it's Snake. I mean, if you feel good with that, Kristen.
There's another Snake. The only Snake quarterback I could think of is Jake the Snake Plumber, but there's probably another Jake who could have all
from the 70s.
This is going to be like a really
yeah.
I don't think it's Bart Snake Star. So, let us know if we're right, Chris. We're going to go with Snake as the nickname.
With Stabler, Roberts, and Pliskin, you are correct. It is Snake.
Oh, yeah. Kenny Stabler.
Oh, Stabler was the Snake. Okay.
Ken Stabler of the Oakland Raiders, correct. Yes, and while we're on the football topic, I did live in Baltimore for 6 years, and as a Steeler fan, that was really hard. And it's good that Kristen and I have the college daughter connection. Otherwise, might have to rumble.
Well, our youngest is
Kristen's a big Ravens fan.
A huge Ravens fan, and our youngest wanted to fly her flag in her dorm in Pittsburgh. We're like, that's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. When I lived in Baltimore, I could look out my window and see the Ravens Stadium. And that's when they won the Super Bowl in 2000. That was a rough stretch for me, but I do respect the rivalry for sure. All right, well, moving on to
Saragusa just hanging out front.
Moving on to question 3. What caffeinated citrus flavored soft drink was released by the Coca-Cola Company in 1979 to compete with Mountain Dew?
Yeah, you made a little noise, Kristen. Do you know this one?
Was that there? Like 7-Up comes to mind, but then I know there's another flavor that's not as maybe popular. But was 7-Up a?
Yeah, 7-Up's a lot earlier. For my bonus game, I was doing questions about soda because
Sure.
it was based on Iggy Pop.
Okay.
But 7-Up was like medicinal.
I also believe that like 7-Up and quite a few of those other lime sodas are non-caffeinated. Like I don't think that's caffeinated. I don't think like Sierra Mist is caffeinated.
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking for a caffeinated one?
I don't think Sprite's caffeinated.
Sprite's not caffeinated.
Oh, is Squirt caffeinated?
I don't believe so.
Squirt doesn't sound 70s.
Was Jolt Cola a thing for a while?
Jolt was.
But that was 80s, right? Or was that 70s too?
And that was cola flavored.
No.
Yeah.
I just said it in the name.
Surge?
Surge, maybe.
But that was like, I feel like 90s
That seems
too.
later.
Surge
Yeah.
feels like it's wearing inline blades. And
Did they have another one that was like Mountain Dew type styling?
Well, Mellow-
Sierra Mist sounds.
Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow maybe is caffeinated.
That could be good. It's like I can
All right.
picture it, but I
love
just
Cold
can't
Trickle
remember.
from Days of Thunder.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Why not? We've named so many different citrus sodas, so let's go with Mellow Yellow.
And had I remembered that Cold Trickle's sponsor was Mellow Yellow, I might have included that as a clue. You guys are 3 for 3. It is Mellow Yellow.
Woohoo!
Nice. Yeah, I love his Mellow Yellow car.
Quite right.
All right, we'll move on to question 4. On March 1st, 1803, this state should have officially been introduced as our 17th since Thomas Jefferson signed an act of Congress to establish its borders. However, Congress forgot to approve its newly written constitution, which was created in its former capital of Chillicothe. This oversight was discovered in 1953, and on May 19th of that year, it was retroactively made our 17th state. What state is this?
And what year was this again?
So March 1st, 1803, it should have been officially introduced as the 17th, but the oversight was discovered in 1953, and it was retroactively made our 17th state.
So 1803, but 19. Okay, interesting. Retroactively. Are we thinking East Coast because of Jefferson, or it doesn't really matter?
I'm thinking Central. Like, I feel like Kentucky was like 15. This is giving me like
Tennessee.
Kentucky, Tennessee type vibes, or maybe even Ohio.
West Virginia.
Ooh.
I don't think West Virginia came around until after they split during the Civil War.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't a state, but they defined its borders. So it might be something where everything around it was a state, and then they defined it as a state later on.
Yeah, I mean, because
then West Virginia kind of does
because I know
work.
like I'm thinking back to like when they did like the state quarters like 25 years ago, but like after the original 13 colonies, it's stuff like Kentucky, Vermont, or New Hampshire. No, Vermont, because Vermont split from New Hampshire, and then it's like, Florida is like 15 or something like that.
Right.
They're all in that kind of like. It could be Florida. That
What
was right about
Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida.
Florida
right,
was a
Kristen?
Spanish colony before that.
To say, Joe,
You know everything about Florida,
I
right?
should know. It's my home state. Yes. I don't even know what number state it is.
That's okay. We don't either.
Yeah.
Illinois is too high. Illinois is like 18 or 19 or something like that,
Yeah.
or 20.
Yeah, I don't know. Any of those sound good, Kristen?
I mean, Florida's not a bad guess for that. I was just trying to think of something
Yeah.
that maybe, like you said, was broken off from something else.
It's
So maybe like a
Louisiana Purchase.
Well, it feels
so.
like
Smaller state.
maybe it was like separated because it was still owned by Spain, and then they decided it was a state later on or something like that. Now I'm thinking Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It's not a bad guess.
Let's go for it, just in honor of Kristen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the perfect game has ended. The correct answer was mentioned. What if I said that its capital, current capital, also starts with a C?
Oh, it's Ohio.
It is Ohio. It is Ohio. Yeah, Chillicothe is located in Ohio.
Columbus is the
Thank you.
capital.
Yeah.
Cleveland, maybe the real capital.
Cool.
All right. So, question number 5. What NFL quarterback finished his career with 63,984 passing yards? That's the only clue I'm going to give you, unless you can find the common link between your first 4 answers. If you do, the answer to this question will be revealed. Who is this quarterback? So we had Edgar Allan Poe, Snake, Mellow Yellow, and Ohio.
All right, so I'm guessing. Well, I don't want to disparage Pittsburgh in front of Chris. I was going to say
By
Ben
all means.
Roethlisberger, kind of a snake, also wore yellow. Shouldn't be allowed in clubs. But I went to Miami of Ohio.
Right. Which is what I was thinking. He went to Miami of Ohio.
Because I saw him play at
Yeah, I know,
Iowa.
when you were at
he
Iowa.
beat us really bad when he was at Miami of Ohio.
He was bad with his money, so he's Poe now.
He's Poe, right?
I don't believe that's true. He probably has money.
We're probably like way off. But 63,000, I'm trying to think. That's
That's a lot of yards.
That's a lot of
I can give an
yards. And
additional
he had
hint,
a
really.
nice long career.
And I can give an additional hint if you'd like.
We're
Sure.
never going to say no.
It would probably reveal it but you want the additional hint?
yeah. Let's go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. He came out of retirement to add about 500 yards to that total just this past season.
Oh,
Flacco?
Oh no,
no,
Rivers.
Rivers.
River.
So wait, let's try to figure out these clues.
where did
Yeah,
he play?
those are all rivers, right? We got the
Ohio's a
Oh,
river.
Yellow River, Ohio
Snake
River.
River.
Oh, yes, that's great. Yeah, he came back to play for the Colts.
the casino.
Oh.
There's a
Yep.
lot of rivers.
Yeah, so Philip Rivers.
Yep.
Philip
Como.
Rivers is correct.
That's a great
How did he
question.
have time for all those yards with his like 8 kids?
That was his sabbatical. It's like from the 10 kids or whatever.
I don't remember how many he had. I stopped paying attention after 7.
Well, he left right from Chris, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He left right from like the high school field where he was coaching and offensive coordinating and stuff, and then went and played.
Yeah, I
So I
believe
think they used the same offense that he did in the NFL, right?
that. I'm not sure. I do know he was coaching high school and came out of retirement
Yeah.
for the
It
Colts.
was a real replacement
That's
situation.
wild.
Yeah, pretty wild. But what's not so wild
Could you
is
imagine just like as a retirement, you're like, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to go coach high school football.
well, yeah, there's a lot of NFL people coaching, like Robbie Gold here is coaching football. So many others. Yeah, after 5 questions, we have 40 points. So doing really well.
Very good. Moving on to number 6. The song If You Were Here, originally recorded by the Thompson Twins, makes notable appearances in 2 teen romantic comedies. The first is a 1984 film where 2 teenagers sit on a glass table with a birthday cake between them. The second, featuring a cover version of the song by Carey Brothers, can be heard in 2 scenes as romance blooms between Olive and Todd in a 2010 film. Name the 2 films for 5 points apiece.
Is that 16 candles?
That is 16 Candles
Okay.
with Jake Ryan and his Porsche. Olive and Todd from 2010. You said the 2010 one was also a teen one?
That is correct.
Oh, I know what it is. You said 2010?
2010.
He continuously says
But like
2010.
you said 2010, right?
You said 2010? You guys, correct me if I'm wrong here. You can disagree, but in our living room, we have a poster of Easy A, and the lead character,
Oh,
Emma
that is
Stone,
correct.
is
Oh.
Olive, and
Yeah.
I think Todd is the other boy. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay, so we'll go Easy A and 16 Candles.
And those are the two. Gotta love when you get a question about a movie you have a poster of hanging in your house.
It's not You've Got Mail. So
That's true. Yeah, Easy A was. I'm trying to think. It would have been our first anniversary. We saw that. It's Easy A.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, another 10 points.
trying to remember the other posters in your other room now.
All right, moving on to number 7. What shoe company paid the great Pele $120,000 to tie his shoes at the kickoff of a 1970 World Cup quarterfinal match between Brazil and Peru, helping to contribute to record-breaking sales for this company?
Okay. So they requested to tie his shoes.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like the Tiger when the Nike rolled like right up to the cup and then went in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they couldn't pay him to do that. That was just a fluke. But like,
Yeah.
Or the Reebok
just like
pumps.
Yep, just like perfect branding opportunities.
What do you think, Kristen? Like, what brand do you think would want Pele?
Well, so I was trying to think like what's popular in soccer and doesn't and would need that publicity. So I would rule out like Nike or Adidas. I was thinking either like Reebok or like Puma. Like you've got those smaller brands at that time.
Puma is really a good guess because it's really international too.
But I mean, primarily when I think of soccer shoes, I think of Adidas, but Puma is also a big soccer shoe now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
maybe that
Puma-
was one of the ways they tried to break out.
Puma is the brother company to Adidas, so
Right.
maybe like Adidas already had a big
Yeah, the
contract.
Dossler brothers or whatever
Yeah.
fell out.
Yeah.
I like Puma, Kristen. Should we go with that?
I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned the Dassler brothers. I'm always fascinated by the feud between the two of them, splitting their companies into Adidas and Puma, and you picked the right one. It was indeed Puma.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, he basically just paused to tie his shoes.
Is there like video of this or no?
There is. Yeah, right before the match, he just stopped and paused, and the entire world's watching, and he bends down in the center circle, ties his shoes for 30 seconds or so, and everybody in the world's seeing his Puma shoes.
Oh, this is funny. So I misheard what you said. I thought you said someone paid for a representative of the company to go and tie his shoes. No. That's why I was like, that's so weird. That's what I thought you said. So I was like,
funny.
why would Pele let someone tie his shoes?
It's
Like,
not out of the realm of
That'd be bad
possibility though.
publicity.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
like, oh, these Puma shoes, their laces don't stay tied. I'll never buy those. That's what I would think anyway.
True.
And I believe the brothers at one point had a no Pele pact because they believed that bidding for his services would bankrupt one company or the other. And I believe it was Rudy that broke that pact and signed Pele anyway. All right, we're going to move on to number 8.
You
This
can't
one.
not sign Pele. Like,
Yeah, we have a no Pele pact in this room too.
Right.
He'll never be on the show.
yeah.
He'll bankrupt us.
All right, so question 8, a Pittsburgh-inspired question. 2 of Pittsburgh's signature attractions are the Monongahela and Duquesne inclines, which allow passengers to ride cable cars up the side of Mount Washington at 4 to 6 miles per hour, giving them a breathtaking view of the city. What is the name for the type of cable railway system utilized by the inclines? One that is characterized by 2 counterbalanced carriages attached to opposite ends of a cable that are looped over a pulley at the top of the track.
Thinking about the Fray and their cable cars?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm thinking about.
Do you know this, Kristen?
I don't. I was just thinking, I got lost at the beginning because I'm like, oh, I keep meaning to go up that cable car. I haven't done it yet. But anything I knew about it was said in the question. But the actual type, the name of the system?
Is this the way that Angel's Flight works?
Angel's Flight is the same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Cook.
I think it's a funicular.
I think that's right. Taylor Cook, our listener, took Colleen and I up in the one in Pittsburgh, and it was really fun. I've always wanted to do Angel's Flight because of Bosch.
Right. Because you want to get murdered on the.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I think funicular sounds
I think that is a funicular.
yes, a particular funicular. Yeah, let's go with that.
And from the Latin for rope, it is funicular.
All
Nice.
right.
Well done.
Jeff's pulling Latin over here. It's because of we're sharing headphones. I think it's just helping.
I'm not sharing with you.
I know we're very close.
We are basically a hive mind at this point. Yeah.
Okay, question number 9. An iconic 1969 commercial for Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pops features a boy asking a cow a fox, a turtle, and finally an owl. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? The voice of the boy was provided by the older brother of what Oscar-winning actress?
Man, I love that
Mr.
commercial.
Owl.
I don't know. Oh, that's
A
too
one,
old, too long
a
ago.
two,
I don't know why Jake Gyllenhaal was in my head.
Oh. Would that be 69? That would be.
Yeah, you said
he said-
69
he
or
would have
Oh,
89?
you said
born here,
60.
right?
What year, Chris?
So the
Yeah, it's in
commercial,
the
the
60s.
commercial was in 1969, and we're looking for the actress. So it was her older brother who provided the voice. It was an Oscar-winning actress.
Okay, and it was a
brother.
kid, right? The voice?
Yeah, it would have been a younger boy.
So let's say he's
someone who was
5.
born. So someone who's like 65 right now,
All right, so 65.
like 60, 65 years
and we
old
need
right
someone
now.
with a 65-year-old brother. And then this is an Oscar-winning actress?
That is correct.
Okay, so
Well,
family.
if
she's
it was a younger
younger.
brother, she could be like 70-ish. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an older brother, so she's probably 55, 60.
Yeah. Somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
How many award-winning actresses could there possibly be?
Right.
With brothers. That's very rare.
Well, yeah, right. With brothers who are. We just need an Oscar-winning actress who's probably. Well, we don't know the age, but probably between
55 and 60.
55 and 65.
Yeah.
I'd say 55 to 65. Somewhere there.
Start naming some.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I'm just going backwards. That's a great fact.
It's not
Yeah.
Shirley MacLaine and Warren Beatty.
No. Let's see. Helen Hunt. I don't know why I'm going back to the 90s.
Helen Hunt would be in that age group.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of also people that are Hollywood, like they grew up in Hollywood and they lived in Hollywood.
Families.
Annette Bening. She might be a little older. Who else? I'm trying to think. Oscar.
She wouldn't be too far out of that range.
Man, I'm like having a brain fart. Kristen, do you have any Oscar-winning actresses off the top of your head?
That's everyone I'm thinking of is probably in their early 50s or older than that. Like that's a weird age range I'm struggling to come up with.
Can you give us what Oscar they won? Like what, if it was Best Actress or Supporting Actress?
We're just asking for clues now. It's a new thing we're doing.
Yeah, I have two other hints that will probably get you there. I'll do first.
Yeah.
She
Let's
won
get
an
there.
Emmy. She also won an Emmy in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So 2024 Emmy. Let's see. It's not Catherine O'Hara.
It's not a.
She didn't have an Oscar. 2024. Jean Smart. No, she didn't win an Oscar.
She got.
I don't think she won an Oscar. So let's see. Sigourney. No. Sigourney Weaver. Gina Davis.
Diane Keaton too
2024
old.
Emmy. Yeah, she would have been. I think she would have been too old. Yep. That's a good guess though. Geez, 2024 Emmy. Why am I like blanking on who won last year? Drama. Let's see. That would have been probably like Jean Smart Hacks. That would have been
The Pit.
The Pit. Or no, actually, that would have been 25.
Oh, yeah. The Pit wasn't around yet.
No.
Who are we missing? Oh my God, I'm having such a brain
Who are
fart.
these people?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe we need the second clue.
Second rhymes with? No? Okay.
The next clue I think will definitely get you there. Her Oscars were in 1988 and 1991. And
Didn't
both
Jodie
were,
Foster win in 91?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yes, I did
yeah.
know it. Yeah, Jodie Foster.
Don't give us points for that. We got too many clues.
how about? It is indeed Jodie Foster. How about 5 points?
right, we'll take
I'll
the
take
5.
Because
We don't deserve it.
What'd she win for in the 80s?
The Accused.
Well, I was like, I
Accused.
definitely know in 91 because it was they won all 5 of the top billings
Yeah,
for
Silence of the
Silence.
Lambs. Yeah.
So-
The Accused is very a hard watch. Good movie, hard watch though.
Yes, and her Emmy was for True Detective.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was in the whatever season 4 or whatever.
The
season 5.
revival.
Yeah. I don't watch True Detective, so that's why
The first season of that show is delightful. It's a good watch. You should watch it.
I need to check it out.
The others, I would say,
Pass.
can, but not a hard recommend.
All right, moving on to question number 10. What aerial military force does Homer Simpson refer to as the Washington Generals of the History Channel?
Oh, man.
This would be Matt.
I know, but I don't
this
know
is a
this.
Matt question.
Obviously, well, Washington Generals don't win a lot.
No, they stink.
This isn't like a Blue Angels reference or any of those type of flying groups.
Blue Angels are in an episode with Sideshow Bob, but I don't know.
That's not the Yvonne et Niage one, is it?
That's Join the Navy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because the Blue Angels are Navy pilots. So
I just think, is it the British Air Force? Because it's an Air Force that would have lost a lot.
Something like that, yeah.
And that feels like that would be the most on brand.
We're calling the Royal Air
RAF?
Force?
Yeah.
The Royal Air Force.
Yeah, I think let's go with that. I feel like they'd make fun of that.
Well, unfortunately, it should have gone the other direction. Homer says, the Luftwaffe, the Washington Generals of the History Channel. So it was the German Luftwaffe.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they lost a lot too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine they would make fun of the Royal Air Force, but Luftwaffe, all right. After 10 questions in that first round, we picked up an extra 35 points. Thankfully, Chris gave some mercy to us, gave us 5 points for that last one. So we have 75 points going into the next round. But before we do that, just want to say thank you to Chris and Kristen for being patrons. We really appreciate that. And if you'd like to join them and apparently help us get a new recording system or get Allen wrenches to fix our recording system.
Nah, we'll be fine without it, but you know.
We'll be okay. But yeah, please go to patreon.com/Triviality Podcast. All of the stuff that we record with anyway is bought by you. So you've continually helped us record for basically 10 years. So we're going to keep using your support to help us deliver the quality content that you want and deserve. So go to patreon.com/Triviality Podcast.
You said this place was steps from the water.
We just haven't found the steps yet.
How much did we save?
Enough.
Enough to get lost?
Or you could book a stay with Hilton.
Welcome to your oceanfront room. Just steps from the water.
The Hilton sale is on now. Book on Hilton.com or the Hilton app and save up to 20% to get the stay you expected. When you want savings, not surprises, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Some things are impossible to miss, like an elephant in the room, or a bull in a china shop, or this season's amazing offers, brought to you by PayPal. Discover offers from hundreds of brands like Viator, Allbirds, and Tory Burch right in the PayPal app. Save an offer before you check out with PayPal and earn unlimited rewards. Download the PayPal app to get started. Terms and exclusions apply. See paypal.com/rewards terms.
All right, Chris, we are ready for some more questions.
Okay, question number 11. This is a sports one. Entering the last day of the 1941 Major League Baseball season, this Hall of Famer had a batting average of exactly 400. His manager gave him the option to sit out that day's doubleheader in order to preserve his 400 average. Not only did he play in both games, he went a combined 6 for 8 to raise his season average to 406, a mark that has not been equaled since. Who was this Hall of Fame slugger?
I think I know this one, but Kristen, do you know this one?
I don't, but I heard Matt over there grunting. So I figured he probably knew this one.
Can I take a guess and let me know if I'm right?
Yeah.
I would assume it's probably the best hitter of all time. Would be Ted Williams, right?
Yeah, Ted Williams is right.
Yeah.
It became more recent where people with scoring averages and stuff would try to sit out or not, shoot or not hit if they're getting close, but not old Teddy Ballgame.
Yeah.
And that is it. It is indeed Teddy Ballgame. Ted Williams is correct. Last man to hit 400.
I didn't know that was his nickname, Teddy Ballgame.
It might not be. I don't know.
I like it though.
It's
not Teddy Snake.
I do miss. It does feel like that was a different era, right? And it's like now it's just like I'm gonna foul out a couple times, and then once I hit my points that I put on Kelce on the side, right, I'm just gonna take myself out of the game.
They had to put a rule in the NBA that last second heaves from half court don't count towards your shot percentage because people were letting the time run out because they didn't want to ruin their 3-point percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now it doesn't count because now people are shooting it, but it was literally because they just didn't want to get a miss on their stats.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question 12, going back to movies. I will list 3 film characters who made notable late first appearances in their respective film. You name the character that made the latest first appearance in their film. So in other words, who came on screen essentially the latest. So the first is Willy Wonka in the 1971 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Tyler Durden in Fight Club, and this is going to be Brad Pitt's first spoken lines to avoid confusion, being Fight Club. And third, Marge Gunderson in Fargo. So who made their first appearance the latest?
I know.
I mean, it feels like Gene Wilder doesn't appear until at least
it's an hour in.
At least 30% of that movie.
They had a long time in because it's the Uncle Joe show for the
Grandpa Joe. Yeah,
well,
he might be someone's uncle. We don't know the genealogy.
Yeah, and he takes a while. Durden, I'm trying to remember. I mean, you have Edward Norton. You see them at work, and he hates work. And then once he gets on the plane, I believe is when he meets Brad Pitt because he tries to sell him soap, which is probably, knowing movie formatting, probably the end of Act 1. So, yeah, 25, 30 minutes in. Marge isn't in the movie for quite a bit. She won the Best Actress, but really she's only in the movie, I think, like half an hour.
Is that Frances McDormand's character?
Yeah. She's not in it a lot. And I'm trying to think of how it opens. If it opens with Buscemi and Peter Stormare, and then
I gotta rewatch Fargo. That movie is good.
It's really good, yeah. Kristen, do you have any? That was the chair, by the way. It wasn't me.
TV show's solid too, by the way.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas, Kristen?
Well, I haven't seen Fargo, so I wasn't sure. Willy Wonka, I kind of agreed. Yeah, it takes a while, and then it's all him. So I would think between Marge or Willy Wonka. I mean, you make it sound like Marge was really late in the movie. But I mean, we did get a good amount of Willy Wonka, so it's not like he was really towards the end, but definitely at least an hour in.
Yeah, because I mean, we need
about half for sure.
We need him living in slumber with Grandpa Joe. They're all living in their beds. Then he has to go to the candy store. He gets
Slugworth.
Meets Slugworth, gets the ticket, goes on the news conference. So yeah, that's probably the same as Tyler Durden. It's probably the end of Act 1. So
but
like
movies were much slower paced then too.
Yeah.
Even Fight Club, it might feel like it's longer, but because of the pacing of the movie, it might actually be a lot faster.
I can't remember when Marge comes on too. I know it's when she's on the highway driving, and then the guy's like, "Oh, you betcha, we got a dead body," or whatever he says.
The classic phrase, "Oh, you betcha, we got a dead body."
Oh man! Again, her scene is so good with the guy from high school who's like obsessed with her, which is creepy. But I
think we go with her.
I feel like I don't want to lead us astray though, because Willy Wonka's a great guy. I'm between both those two.
You're not leading us astray. We don't know any of this.
Right. We're already astray, Neal.
I'm just playing game theory here. Chris put Marge last, which makes me think maybe it's Willy Wonka, and he put Willy Wonka first to mess with us, and it is Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it up to you guys.
No.
Kristen's our guest. Kristen, you make the decision.
Put it back on Neal.
To say maybe Willy Wonka's kind of the red herring, or not red herring, but like he's the name of the show. It's his name in the movie, so you would think he'd be in it a lot sooner. So maybe it's Willy Wonka.
I like that.
All right, let's go Wonka.
Going with Wonka?
Yeah.
Okay, so working backwards, the earliest appearance, if this doesn't confuse everyone, Tyler Durden, 22 minutes in. And then appearing 33 minutes into Fargo was Margie, which is pretty impressive, being it's only an hour and 30-minute movie. But it was Willy Wonka 44 minutes into the film. So you are correct. Yeah. It was Willy Wonka.
Comes rolling in. What a good guy.
I love that. I'm sure everyone's heard the story, too, where he asked the director, let me walk with a cane and do a somersault because the audience will never know if I'm not lying the rest of the movie, which is great.
It's a great instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried you guys were going to talk yourselves out of that one, but you were spot on. Well done.
We're usually pretty good at that. So.
Well, Kristen's here. I can't talk myself out of a question because we're a champion here. Can't.
Okay, moving on to question 13, on to everyone's favorite topic, animal mating habits. Based on their natural coats, it's a wonder these animals can mate at all. They do, however, and the process starts off strangely enough with the male dousing the female with urine to increase receptivity. These rodents must take advantage of their intimate opportunity, as the females are only able to mate once a year for a period of 8 to 12 hours. What is this rodent?
Now, I was researching mating habits for my game that I wrote as well.
I believe that.
This didn't come up, unfortunately.
Kristen, how are you with the mating habits of rodents?
Hopefully not that much of an expert. That might be strange. No. Well, the very first thing he said was their natural coat. And so I wrote down porcupine immediately. And then I'm thinking, is a porcupine a rodent? I really have no idea. But you wouldn't think
It kind of looks like
mating
one.
with a porcupine would be comfortable.
Yeah, I kind of like porcupine. I mean, it's got a very distinct coat. I can't think of another.
Maybe armadillos, but
Hedgehog?
I don't think they're. Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, hedgehog, armadillo, or porcupine. Yeah, we're in the same Willy Wonka, Tyler Durden Marsh territory.
Sentences that have never existed in human history.
Well, Kristen, you led us a little bit to Willy Wonka, so go with your gut again. What do you think? Porcupine, armadillo, or hedgehog?
First thing that came to mind was porcupine, so I say go with that. If you guys think it's a rodent.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think it's a rodent.
I do think it's a rodent.
All right, well done, Kristen. It is porcupine.
Nice. Only 8 to 12 hours.
A year.
A year.
For some
be
people,
called,
that's much, much more.
Yeah, that's right.
I was hoping you'd get to Matt. I was hoping you'd get to that line. And this is actually a question I did in a category one night that I labeled "Animals Getting Freaky," and it was fun because I had a list of topics. Each team got to pick a topic, and that, of course, was the very first one picked. So I thought that was kind of fun.
Very popular.
Yes. Okay, moving on to question 14. Not to make another Simpsons reference, but this question was inspired by one of my favorite Simpsons quotes. Grover Cleveland spanked me on 2 non-consecutive occasions. What presidential power did Grover Cleveland utilize in a single term more than any other president? This occurred 414 times in his first term.
Presidential power. Mm-hmm. And the category was spanked.
I think it just the Simpsons.
Unrelated.
Oh, it's just The Simpsons. Okay, so I don't know The Simpsons.
Grover Cleveland, huh?
I mean, did he just pardon a ton of people?
I think
the opposite.
Or
I think he
veto?
was shutting it down.
Oh, like it was death penalty?
I think he was vetoing
Oh,
everything.
vetoing. I thought he was going to say he was
Veto,
killing people. Okay.
Well, they all do. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They've all done it.
people love a veto. I would imagine that the Cheeto liked a veto. Is that?
You come to me on the day of this presidential request.
Yeah. Do you like that, Kristen? We'll just say he vetoed a ton.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. Unless it's some obscure power, how else are they going to do it 400 times? So, yeah, veto.
Yeah, like cutting in line at Disney World.
Yeah, he didn't get the fast pass.
Is that a power we don't know about? It's possible.
Yeah, let's go veto.
Okay, his 584 total, second only to FDR. It was the veto.
Wow.
Correct again. Okay, question 15. What scientist died in 1906 after he slipped crossing the street and was run over by a horse-drawn carriage? I can give you an additional hint if you would like.
Yeah, I think my scientist deaths of 1906 knowledge isn't as strong as you might assume, so I think we need another.
Yeah, we're usually better at people who've been drawn and quartered.
I have a gut guess.
You do?
Yeah, we're going to take the hint, but I'm going to throw my gut guess out there right now.
Well, yeah, what's your gut guess before
Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
Because now Tesla's the automobile, so maybe he got
ironically
run over by
his
a
final gasps were horsepower.
With horsepower.
Anyways.
Okay,
but let's take the clue
hint.
because I'm not sure.
Here's the hint. It's quite likely he was dying a slow death already.
Oh, so what famous scientist maybe had cancer or...
Is it a Curie?
Maybe...
A radiation?
Oh, a slow death. Yeah. Radiation. Yeah, is it Marie Curie?
He did say
some kind of poisoning.
Oh, yeah, did you...
I did say he.
There was a male Curie, wasn't there?
Pierre, yeah.
There's another one. There's two.
Pierre Curie.
Pierre?
What about Louis Pasteur? No, that'd been... I was thinking of pasteurization. That's Louis Pasteur, right?
Yeah.
But that was much... I think he wore a wig. That's what I think of when I look at the textbooks. It was probably... Mr. Al Pasteur for his tacos. His delicious tacos. That makes me think of Mr. Raz Al Ghul.
I know, you always go to Raz Al Ghul. Always. I was like, I'm just waiting for the Batman reference.
I love Nolan.
Batman's a scientist.
His build is so particular, and he couldn't get the performance out of that person to say the name right. That wouldn't affect us. I have no idea. You guys can talk about this one. I'm just writing 1906 over and over again.
Could it still be Tesla? Could he be dying? Is there something there? I don't know. I don't get the clue, but
a slow death. Did he die from disease? Maybe.
I really don't know.
He died young, I think, right? Because he could have done a lot more.
A lot of people died of like tuberculosis.
I'm just thinking of David Bowie and
other stuff.
in the
The
Prestige.
Labyrinth? Oh.
Yeah, because you're back on Nolan.
I'm back at Nolan. Yeah. What do you think, Kristen? I have no idea.
I was gonna say if it was him, then he died by slipping on the street and getting run over by a horse-drawn carriage.
That's true.
I like the like roundabout connection. I really have no idea. So I was thinking some kind of poisoning, like somebody was already, like studying radiation or studying something. And maybe that's what caused him to slip and fall. And I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with your gut, Jeff. Jeff was pretty adamant about Tesla.
He's very
Just
adamant.
very
about
adamant. It was all cut out, but he gave a...
He's been mouthing Tesla for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. Yeah, let's go with Tesla, Chris.
Well, he getting run over by a horse-drawn carriage saved him from dying of radiation poisoning. It was Pierre Curie.
Oh, we had it.
Oh, there was a Curie.
There was another Curie. No one cares about Pierre. We only care about Marie.
It's because she won multiple Nobels in multiple categories. So
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, after the first 5, we almost had a perfect half there, but we only really picking up 40 points, which is still very good. And we're going to be at 115. So hopefully you are equal or beating us at home.
Okay, question 16. According to a 1987 George Strait song, since Rosanna lives in Texarkana, Eileen lives in Abilene, Allison lives in Galveston, and Dimples lives in Temple, where does George choose to live?
Oh, boy.
I can read that again if you like.
Music?
I do. I was just going to say not Texas. But I don't.
yeah, I would avoid Texas at all costs at that point.
You know, I was writing a before and after today, the George Strait of Hermas, and I couldn't get there. I just didn't feel like it was appropriate.
The George Strait of Hormuz.
Hermas.
Hormuz.
Wow. So are we looking? Okay. So Kristen said maybe not Texas if they're all Texas, right?
Yeah.
This is like all my exes live in
all my
Texas.
exes live in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's he from?
He doesn't want to be in Texas because his exes are from Texas.
Right. So he's probably like what? George Strait. He's probably maybe Nashville.
That's the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my exes live in Texas.
Well, there's only 2 states in country, in Tennessee and Texas. There's Nashville and there's Texas, and that's it.
Unless he's from like Dallas or something in the
Go to
song, or
California
Houston.
to get out.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I think you're like, it's not Texas. He would love, like, I'm trying to remember the song. You don't want me to sing, so I'm not going to sing for you.
Well, yeah, think about it, because I don't know the lyrics of the song. We just know the chorus.
And even that, we're a little iffy on.
Like, he'd love to live there, but all his exes live there. And I think it is Tennessee, the way the rhyming's going.
That works for me.
He'd like to be
there's 2
there.
states. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's where he'd like to be, is in Tennessee.
Yeah, because if you're a country singer, if
Yeah.
you're not in Texas, you got to go to Tennessee. You got to go to Nashville. So yeah, let's go Tennessee. Tennessee.
Okay, well, the song is All My Exes Live in Texas, so that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee.
Nice.
Correct.
Good job, Kristen.
All right, question 17. Guard Allen Iverson had a storied NBA career with many all-star appearances, 3 scoring titles, and induction into the Hall of Fame in 2016. Just as legendary as his career, you probably thought this was coming, is his practice rant. Within 3 either way, how many times did he utter the word practice in that 2-minute and 22-second soundbite?
Not a game. Not a game.
Practice.
Practice.
We're talking
What are you
about
talking
Just
about?
watched this the other day.
That's 3. You did?
It's like,
don't
well,
think
because
I've
we
seen
were
this.
looking at we were looking at that, and then Matt, who's the coach, it's like playoffs. So we were counting.
Jim Mora.
Yeah. So it was like an absurd number
who we
of
thought
times
we
that
were.
he said practice. Like
Well,
more
I
than
know
you
they,
think.
They also do, I think, word for word on Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso does it.
But I think so it starts off like we just said, practice. What are you talking about, practice? We know there's 3, and that's in the first 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So he's got to say it, maybe...
It's like 15 or 16. It's at least that amount.
So we take the 3.
Yeah.
because it's like a 4.5, 5 minute overall. But he's
I like that reasoning, because if it's 3 in the first 10 seconds, we multiply it by 3 or 4. And we have to be
Chris,
within a number, Chris, or is it the exec?
Within 3 either way, so you have a range of 6.
Yeah, I think like 13 is good because it gets you 10 to 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long was the rant?
I think it's
2
like
minutes. 2
minutes
and 22 seconds is from my research.
Okay. So you're saying 13, so we get 16 and 10?
I think that's right.
Okay. Let's go for it.
So your final answer is 13?
It's practiced more than once every 10 seconds.
So according to my research, it's actually 25.
Oh my God.
Which is absurd. Yeah, his last line is, how the hell can I make my teammates better by practicing? So technically, it's almost 24 and a half because at one point he says, and then a reporter cuts him off and asks a question. Yeah, so anywhere from 22 to 28 would have been correct.
I heard I was listening to a Bill Simmons podcast, and they were doing half-baked ideas, and one of them was press conference karaoke, where you can go up and just do karaoke, but you're doing the press conference, like in a room. I think that'd be super fun to do.
That would be fun. Well, Kristen, you're an amazing reporter. Have you ever interviewed someone who went on a rant and you just like had to sit there and like, I guess, listen until they were done?
A few coaches have definitely done it. Nothing as viral as that. Coach John Harbaugh, not with me, but my husband, who's a sports reporter, went off on him on live television during the preseason. And he had to apologize, like do a public apology afterwards. Yeah, they just had like a fight right before halftime, and he asked Harbaugh a question, and he said something like, "Why don't you ask a football question instead?" And like kind of kept going on, and he had to apologize to him afterwards. So
that's super funny.
And this is Harbaugh of the Ravens, now Giants Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Yes. It was probably about 10, 12 years ago.
Jim.
I've had a player walk out on an interview.
Oh, really?
I've had a player walk out on an interview. It was one of my very first in Maryland, but I accidentally called him by the wrong name. So he had every right. I was supposed to be interviewing Juan Dixon from the Maryland Terrapins. He didn't show up. Steve Francis did, and I accidentally called Steve Francis Juan Dixon, and he didn't like that very much.
Oh, well, they went to the same school. Same thing.
Okay, so we'll move on to question 18. In season 2 of Stranger Things, Steve gives Dustin hair care tips, revealing that he uses Fabergé Organics shampoo and conditioner, as well as 4 puffs of what model's spray?
Oh, I'm trying to remember this. You said it's a model spray. I mean, normally what I feel like would sound the best would be Vidal Sassoon, but that was a...
This is late 80s, right? It kind of took place in?
Yeah, Aquanet, maybe?
No, if we're looking for a model.
For the model.
Name of a model, correct.
And in the 80s, isn't that all Cindy Crawford, or is that?
I mean, yeah, Cindy Crawford would have been the...
Cindy Crawford does feel very
the apex
Steve-coded.
Kathy Ireland.
McPherson or...
Ooh, Kathy Ireland. That's my pick.
Well, Kathy Ireland was...
What are we talking about?
I don't think you're allowed to pick that.
Okay.
Yeah, Kathy Ireland, she was the... she was on the highest selling issue of Sports Illustrated of all time, the 25th anniversary. I just did research and talked about it.
Research.
Yeah. I did. Did you know that the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition is read by 70% women?
Oh.
Yeah, and it's run by women.
Is it still made?
Yeah.
It's the only thing they produce?
No, they still produce it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's an interesting history. I talk about it on one of the episodes curated by chance I just recorded. But it's got to be Cindy Crawford, right?
She's probably most iconic from that time.
What about Farrah Fawcett?
Ooh, Farrah Fawcett's good because the hair.
She's more from the 70s, but she does have the hair.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But he did say model. Farrah Fawcett's an actress, technically. So unless I'm overthinking it.
Yeah, we are overthinking it.
And underthinking it simultaneously.
Yeah. Kristen, we'll let you take it. Your gut's been right the whole time.
I like we're
so
like,
mean, Neal.
You're like, we don't have any idea. We're just going to go with whatever you say.
You fall on the sword.
She's been right, though, most of the time.
I mean, I think the best bet is Cindy Crawford, right? That would be big for her during that time.
Yeah.
So let's go Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, she's somebody who they can say in a TV show now, and people would know who they're talking about.
Right, exactly.
True.
Yeah.
So going with Cindy Crawford? Okay, well, the hint I would have given was she was an angelic star of TV, film, and especially posters of the 70s and 80s. It was Farrah Fawcett.
We talked ourselves out of it.
Oh, yeah, because you said I was thinking, model. But that's okay. We got it wrong. That's all right. That was my fault.
Okay, question 19. The Brooklyn Dodgers baseball team got their nickname from Brooklyn residents dodging what?
This is a callback to earlier. This is those rail cars.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Trains.
Oh, yeah.
Dodging trains or trams or what were they? They were
They
dodging.
were the rail cars. They used to go up and down the street.
trolleys?
Yeah, the old
Trolleys,
trolleys. Now they're on the trolley. Well, they
Or
weren't.
the,
They're dodging it.
Or streetcars or whatever they were called.
Yeah,
Name Desire.
not most of them. They all had different names.
Yeah,
actually.
most of them were other names. This was a streetcar name.
Yeah,
Desire,
it's just a single one.
Yeah.
But no, it's streetcars. Basically, I think that's what it is.
And streetcars is correct.
Yeah.
Another 10 points. All right.
Yeah, I just looked it up because when they moved to LA, the name, it was like teams that moved and then their names don't make sense anymore, and they were one of them.
All right, question 20. Speaking of dodging, in the movie Dodgeball, as Justin is about to say, "I love you" to Amber, White Goodman blasts him in the face with a ball and then calls out the title of what 80s spinoff?
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge
Does
a
this
ball.
movie hold up? I haven't seen
it's
it.
so good. It'll forever be
You have
good.
the ESPN 8, the Ocho. You've got so many classics in that.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Do you know this?
I might need a rewatch.
I know this.
Yeah, you could take it. Yeah.
Kristen, you know it?
I don't. Go ahead.
Classic scene. Joni loves Chachi.
Yeah.
That is correct. It is indeed Joni Loves Chachi. And I agree, it holds up.
Finally, my time to shine.
Right?
Dodgeball, Simpsons. It's all you.
Everything's coming up Matt House.
After the second half and basically the whole second round here, we picked up an extra 30 points, bringing our total to 145 going into the final round. Before we do that, one more thank you to our patrons. Just come join us at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast. That's all I'm going to say. Come say hi.
Wishing you could be there live for the big game, soaking up the atmosphere of the crowd. But too often, life gets busy, or the price holds you back. Priceline is here to help you make it happen. With millions of deals on flights, hotels, and rental cars, you can go see the game live. Don't just dream about the trip. Book it with Priceline. Download the Priceline app or visit Priceline.com. Actual prices may vary. Limited time offer.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Chronic migraine is 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It prevents on average 8 to 9 headache days a month versus 6 to 7 for placebo.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
All right, Chris, final round. We are ready to rock.
Okay. Put these songs in order by the year of release, earliest to most recent, and I'm going to apologize in advance for this question. Here are your songs. So you want earliest to most recent. We have 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins, 2112 by Rush, 1999 by Prince, 1985 by Bowling for Soup, and Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
I think we got them all written down.
Yeah, so 1979, Smashing Pumpkins, 2112, Rush, 1999, Prince, 1985, Bowling for Soup, 1969, Bryan Adams.
So the Bowling for Soup one is like 2005.
I thought it was like 2005, yeah.
Yeah, so that one's got to be the most current.
I think it's definitely the most current.
Yeah.
1979, I think, is 94.
I mean, that's got to be the next...
It's early 90s,
It's off
right?
Siamese.
Yeah,
it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's got to be... What order are we putting these in again? Earliest to latest?
Earliest to latest.
Okay, so we'll go backwards. So we got Bowling for Soup.
Just write the years next to them first. Then we'll do it.
Yeah, it'll be easier to organize that way.
Yeah. Well, we're doing it hard for no reason. Right? 1994 right here.
Or just give Matt the board.
Okay, 1994. We said 2005.
Kristen, are you a big Rush fan?
No, not at all. So I don't know.
That's a different song, but
They're all the same.
Whoa!
Do you remember when
Kenny Lee on the other two guys?
1999 would have come out with Prince?
That's what I'm trying to think. Is that I graduated high school in '99, so that was like the big song. But how much sooner before that did it come out?
Is it on Purple Rain?
It's from early '80s.
You think early 80s?
Yeah.
Okay. Like 82, 83, somewhere around there.
82, 83 sounds about right.
That's around the same time as the Ryan Adams song. Or even the Bryan Adams song.
I think that Bryan Adams song was like 85-ish. I know he would have been like too young or not born. Like, I know it was very early.
He didn't experience the summer of 69.
Actually, that's what that song is about, for the record.
That he didn't experience Summer of 69?
No, that it's tongue-in-cheek, Neal.
I only know the Atari's version.
It's not the year 1969. It's the summer of 69.
Oh.
Did you just find this out? Yeah. Because Bryan Adams was not alive
I'm
or something.
aware. I just thought he had a lot of nostalgia for, like, the moon landing.
Bryan Adams was big 80s, 90s, right?
Yeah, 2112 by Rush, I'm pretty sure
It's got to be the oldest because
it's mid 70s for sure, mid late 70s.
Do you know who doesn't like the Summer of 69? DJ Khaled.
Yeah, we know.
DJ Khaled.
Okay.
He's only a fan of the Summer of 6.
Okay, so we're thinking Rush is 70s.
It's definitely 70s.
So Rush is first, the oldest.
All right, so how do we feel about this then? Rush first.
Yeah.
And then are we saying it's either Prince or Bryan Adams
Let's
next?
go Prince, then
I think
Bryan.
Prince.
I think that's right.
Okay, so 1 Rush, 2 Prince,
That
3
sounds about
Bryan.
right. You'd have late 70s for Rush, early 80s for Prince, mid 80s Bryan Adams, or late 80s.
90s, Smashing
90s for
Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins, and then 20 or 2005, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, so our final answer is Rush, Prince, Bryan Adams, Smashing Pumpkins, Bowling for Soup.
Okay, so I'll give you the years for each one. We had 2112 was 1976. 1999 was 1982. Summer of 69 was 85. 1979 was 96. And 1985 was 2004. So you are correct.
And I did look it up. Bryan Adams was born in 1959, so the summer of 69 is more metaphorical.
Yeah.
Well, unless he was in a Stephen King book, I don't know.
All right, question 22. In what film did Leonardo DiCaprio describe his character as being in a, quote, constant 24-hour panic attack?
Is this the bear
There's
one?
be a lot of movies.
I was actually, as soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, there could be a few of them. The Revenant certainly seems like it could be one.
Yeah, I mean, it could do The Revenant. I mean, is he doing like an obscure one, like The Beach or Basketball Diaries?
I thought Basketball Diaries first, to be honest.
What about, I guess The Aviator has before he was like super crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it started, before the OCD kind of took over.
Is this Jordan Belfer?
Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. What else?
Any ideas, Kristen?
Gangs of New York. Probably not.
No, I mean, the Revenant, of course, is the first one I thought of, because who wouldn't be in a constant state of panic?
Oh, what about Scorsese and his role in what's the the Dennis Lehane book? Why am I totally blanking?
Departed?
No,
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Oh, that could be Shutter Island.
No, because at the beginning he thinks he's like a regular detective. He doesn't know he's. Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
spoiler for the twist.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
God,
I read the book, though.
there could be so many of them.
Yeah.
And your words were constant state of a panic attack?
A constant 24-hour panic attack.
Romeo plus Juliet.
That was not him, right? Was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. This is such a this is a
Why
hard
in
one.
my head is that Man in the Iron Mask and Romeo plus Juliet the same movie?
They're very different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what do you think, Kristen? We can just
I
pick
kind
any
of
of
like
these.
you were leaning Revenant, right? I kind of like that too.
I mean, it seems most obvious, but you name some other ones. So, because the Revenant's just
Yeah, I
all
mean, he's
him.
in the wilderness. There's no.
Yeah.
He has to choose Bear. He doesn't have an option.
That's right. Yeah, let's go Revenant. Why not? There's so many options, but I think, you'd be in a panic if you're just in the wilderness.
Yeah, this is a tough one because of the many options, but the answer was mentioned. It was The Departed.
Really? Oh, okay. All right.
I don't think I would have gone with that.
I wouldn't have gone with that one ever, probably. That's interesting.
All right, the next question, another Pittsburgh-related question, and deals with Kennywood Park, which is an amusement park that opened in 1898 and combines an old-timey feel with modern thrill rides. One of my personal favorites is the roller coaster called the Racer, where the two trains start side by side and race to the finish line. When the ride ends, each car finishes on the opposite side of the station compared to where they started. This effect is due to the design of the track, which is one continuous loop which never crosses itself. What is the term for this type of loop that can be seen in the recycling and Google Drive logos?
I have a guess.
What's your guess?
That it's a
Morbius strip.
A Morbius, yeah.
Jared Leto.
Yes, Mobius strip.
Mobius strip?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's just go with it. Why not? Right off, no overthinking it. We'll just go with Jeff's gut. Mobius strip.
Named after August Ferdinand Mobius, it is Mobius strip or Mobius loop.
Nice.
There's a great Futurama gag where they do the Mobius drag strip, and they like race to the end, and they're like, "We're only halfway done," because it inverts.
Yeah, that's the
jokes.
Yes, the track's kind of cool because when you leave the station, the cars swing outward and circle around and end up side by side, and when you come back to the station, they're side by side, but you're on the opposite side of the track.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a kid, you have no idea how it happens.
It'd be fun to check that out.
Okay, moving on to question 24. What was Chuck Berry's only Billboard #1 hit? To give you a hint, it was not a typical guitar-heavy track that we usually associate with this rock and roll pioneer.
He didn't get this one from his cousin Marvin Berry.
So not Johnny Be Good then.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Chuck Berry, Kristen? Any songs?
Not too much. I was trying to think, is it like some kind of ballad of some sort? I don't know too many of
like
his.
Earth Angel or something?
It's funny. Earth Angel was the one that came to mind for me.
Yeah.
Is that him?
I mean, Marvin Berry sings it, but maybe it's in a Chuck Berry song. I don't know.
Our only reference is Back to the Future. I love that song. It's a great song.
It's a great song.
Earth Angel is by
You're Googling? What are you
Doozy
doing? Get your
Williams.
phone out of here.
Doozy Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I
We
don't
weren't
know.
going to get it that way.
I don't know any other Chuck Berry songs. I feel, or actually, you know what? No, that's not true. Didn't the Beatles cover like a couple Chuck Berry songs?
Yes, I think so.
I'm trying to.
Very famously, Yellow Submarine, Norwegian Wood.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a audience participation kind of jokey song.
Is it the Monster Mash?
No, but that would be funny. Audience participation, as in like
call and response.
like a
Yeah.
like shout or tequila.
I was going to say
or-
shout, but
Oh, Shout. Was that Chuck Berry?
Nah,
Maybe.
no, I don't
have no
think
idea.
What about the
so.
hottie 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 oh?
No, that was crap.
That's call and response.
Yeah, maybe.
Tequila's not bad. That's not him, though.
No, tequila's by
No.
someone else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Audience participation.
We'll just have to take a guess.
The Macarena.
Yeah, we'll go with the original Macarena.
Unfortunately, it's not the original Macarena. The answer is My Ding-a-Ling.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Another thing I only know from The Simpsons.
Wait, how does that one go?
No, we can't sing it. It's inappropriate.
All the
But
great
he does
Chuck.
want them to play with his ding-a-ling. It does come up.
Hopefully not.
All the great Chuck Berry songs, and that's the one that's #1. Okay, moving on to our final question. In 1980, 2 Dodge cars were heavily involved in pop culture, one in a TV show, the other a movie. The TV show featured a 1969 Dodge Charger, while the movie featured a 1974 Dodge Monaco sedan. Name the TV show for 5 and the movie for 5.
Well, a 1969 orange Dodge Charger would be Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was theirs a Charger or a Challenger?
Oh, might have been a Challenger. Honestly, it's hard for me to tell 70s cars apart.
Charger.
What
Okay.
were those Duke boys up to?
I feel like the
whole mess of no good, I'll tell you that.
I guess the Dukes of Hazzard could have had a Charger. 1980 though makes sense.
For what?
For the Dukes of Hazzard.
For Dukes of Hazzard. I thought it was a Challenger because it was bigger, like and wider, but it probably is a Charger.
It's giving me a Challenger grill. But anyways, what are the other clues
And that
here?
1974 Monaco sedan was in a movie from 1980. What does a Monaco look like?
I don't know. I'm picturing a station
Is that a
wagon.
Bond
This
movie?
is a Knight Rider situation, right?
Oh, a Bond movie. Interesting.
Oh wait, you said
I
station
can't
wagon.
picture
Could it be like?
I don't think it's a station
National
wagon, though.
Lampoon. Oh darn! I was thinking.
Oh, Family Vacation.
I think I threw something out there that wasn't there, but is one of these Christine?
That would have been after 80 because that would have been Carpenter. So yeah, it would have been after 80. 80 could be The Shining. Is that the car they drove into
they drove up
Colorado?
to
But is that really like a famous for that movie?
I mean, the driving up to the...
Can you Google it without typing movie? Just type in 1974 Monaco sedan. If I look at it, I think I can. But that's cheating. though.
Yeah,
I think I can name the movie though if I just see it.
It's got 4 doors. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
what a sedan would
can't.
be.
I don't know
Yeah.
what a Monaco looks like. That's what's bugging me.
I don't either, but it would be just imagine a 70s sedan.
Yeah.
From 1980.
The movie's 1980.
Yeah.
See, you said movie, and now this is going to bother Neal. He's not going to be able to get over this. No.
So whatever character had it for about 6 years. So it's a little bit of an older car.
Okay.
So probably a middle class family.
Okay.
So maybe Vacation is
I
possible.
like
This isn't the car from Ghostbusters. No, it's too late or too early
Oh,
for
that-
Ghostbusters is
Yeah.
84?
Have we said the
I'm just
answer
trying to think
at
of
all?
famous cars.
Have we said
You
the
know?
answer?
You have not said the answer. And to give you a hint,
Okay.
the car had 2 people in it, and there were a ton of car chases in the film.
Blues
And I
Brothers.
give you-
Oh yeah, it's 80.
So like
yeah,
co-
Blues Brothers.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were on a mission from God.
Oh my God.
So yeah, let's go. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard and Blues Brothers.
And that is correct. Dukes of Hazzard and the Blues Brothers.
Great question. 5, 4, 5, 7. All right. After tabulating the scores, our final round was 30 points, and we ended up with 175, which is a very respectable score. Jeff, out of how many? 250?
250.
Okay, not bad. 175 out of 250. Hopefully you all did better than us or equaled us there. But we couldn't have done this game without our host, Chris. Those were also awesome questions that you asked. Sports, pop culture, all over the place was really great. Any shout outs? We'd love to get people out to your trivia night. Anything that you'd like to say?
Yeah, if you live in the Pittsburgh area and want to come to some fun trivia nights, we go by Brain Detail Trivia. We're on both Facebook and Instagram. And can I plug the places where I host?
Yeah,
absolutely, you may.
Okay. Yeah, the 412 Project in the West Hills of Pittsburgh, the Black Dog Winery. It's in also kind of West Hills, and the Hilton Garden Inn on University Boulevard. So we're there.
Gosh,
we
you
host
can do some trivia.
4 nights a
Go to
month.
bed.
We do theme nights. Yeah, we do theme nights. We do Seinfeld night, 80s night, 90s nights, sports nights, a bunch of different categories, and then just general trivia as well.
I can't believe that many people like Sport Night. I never watched it. Was that a show?
Oh, yeah, it's a great show. Yeah. I think he meant sports night.
I know
though.
what he meant.
Speaking of that, Chris, I would love if you could send us without the answers some of your Seinfeld questions, and then we can send the answers back because Matt and I love Seinfeld, and I watch before I go to bed every night. I'm just curious to see what the questions would be. But we can talk about that off air. But please check out all those trivia places. Thank you so much for all the questions today and for putting the game together. We know how much hard work it is. Kristen, you had the hard work of waiting an entire year before you could share that you were on a TV show. So any shout outs, anything you'd like to say before we all leave and go watch you on the floor?
Yes, please go watch me on the floor. Thank you all for having me. Shout out to my season 5 crew. We just had a little reunion in Las Vegas as well. So getting a chance to meet some new friends, have a great time. Chris, I'm going to have to look you up next time we come up to visit our young one in Pittsburgh. And maybe we can all go to Kennywood Park together because I want to ride that loop now. That sounds like fun. But thank you guys for having me. I wish your listeners could see what you guys did to get this thing on the air. So great work by all of you as well.
Oh, no, I think we'll figure it out, of course. And I'm glad that you were here and you were patient with us as we, kind of move some wires around and stuff. And I know on the floor we shared the same makeup artist who was awesome. So that's always fun.
We did.
So we did.
Yeah, good group of people. And thank you again for the support and hope everybody goes and watches.
Yes, please go and watch it. And we love Kristen. We love her on the floor. And hope everyone enjoys watching that show. And before we go, really quick, Airwave Media. Check out our network and go to airwavemedia.com. I talked about my other podcast, Curated by Chance. You can check out the Film Vault, which we often kind of revert to. And then there's other great shows, too, that you can check out from history to science. There's family trivia games like Road Trip Trivia and things like that. But the Film Vault, Curated by Chance, and if you want to check out another one, This Week in Tech, that's at Airwave Media. But for Jeff, Matt, Ken, who couldn't join us today, my name is Neal, and that was Triviality.